I want to give in put all the concepts under scientific temper. Look every concept under scientific scope. Scientific does not refer for through modern eyes. Scientific refers for in a systematic order. Write everything, organize everything in a systematic order. Third one, what important tip I want to give is be pre-planned. You cannot do experience after sorry, you cannot do experiment after sitting in the examination table. No. So experiment should be done earlier. So only in examination application, that's it. So you must have pre-plan. You must go to the exam with preoccupied thoughts, with a proper plan, with a proper preparation. So then only you can able to write in the exam in a right way. So these three tips, hope it is useful. The pre-plan, scientific temper, and convincing game. So now let me actually enter to my topic of deliberation. So outcome of this 1.5 hours deliberation of Karya Karana is you will be clarified with the concepts of Karya and Karana, and also you will be able to know the exam oriented techniques and tips, especially on Karya Karana. So let us start. This session also comprises of few activities also. Hope you will all enjoy and you will join also. If you join, you can enjoy. So the fact about Karya Karana Siddhanta is it is very easy to understand. During studies, it is very easy. It is very convincible, isn't it? And it matches to our real life experience. When we say gata, pata, tantu, pata, mrut, gata, etc. So it matches with the real life experiences, so that it is very easy to understand. We can put this Karya Karana in a logical way also. So that is why most of the first year students like Karya Karana a lot when compared to other topics such as Atma, Paramatma, Punarjanma. Those things, when compared, this Karya Karana is most liked, isn't it? And it is very applicable also. Finally, it is very easy to convey to the examiner or write in the examiner. If we are a little bit pre-planned, then we can easily convey this topic to the examiner. So we have to we have to have certain mindsets while reading and preparing this Karya Karana for exam. The mindset number one is the presentation should be unique. So you cannot just go on writing paragraphs on Karya Karana. No, presentation should be very unique. Point wise narration should be there. Important points are highlighted. Graphs should be written. Tables should be written. The presentation should be unique when compared to other topics. Mindset number two is more diagrams. More of diagrams, charts, and tables should be incorporated, because lot of scope is there to inculcate these diagrams, charts, and tables when the Karya Karana Sambandha is concerned. The mindset number three is your answers should be enriched with examples. Multiple examples should be there. No problem if your concept is very less, but application part, example part should be more. So thereby the examiner will be convinced that you are knowing about the concept. You understood the particular concept. The mindset number four is multiple applications. So that is what I said. Multiple applications you have to write. Few of them are given in the text. Few of them might have told by Dr. Rishikesh, and few I'll be telling. Whichever is suitable, whichever is very nearer to you, whichever is very easy to remember, you remember those and write. But it should be more of multiple applications. So what should be the strategy while reading and writing about this Karyakarana Sambandha? The strategy number one is question paper work. So you have to work on the question paper. You have to select which question which question in the previous question paper, which are all questions has come most times. That should be worked out. Strategy number two is exam suitable notes making work should be done. How you will be writing in the exams, in the same way you have to make a notes. So you have to prepare the notes in such a way that it should be very easy to read and write in the exam in the same way. For example, if you go on writing the textbook information in your notes, then in the examination what happens, which one to write, which one not to write, which one to highlight, which one not to highlight, that question comes. So the brain cannot work there in that situation. So if you already fix that this for 5 marks question this much, for 3 marks question this much, if you pre-planned, then it is very easy. So notes making is very essential. Strategy number 3 is self-study work. It is very, very essential. Once notes is ready, you have to work a lot on that particular notes, because the same notes, whatever information you have written in that notes, should be written in the exams. Strategy number 4 is group study work should be done to develop new ideas, new skills, because one of the way of remembering the concepts is teaching others, discussing with others. So it is very important, first self study, then group study. Okay, now the range of marks, if you ask based on the previous year's examination question papers, so maximum of 20 marks can come from this Karyakarana Sambandha. So that is why give utmost importance to Karyakarana Sambandha. Maximum twice it has come for 20 marks. For twice it has come for 15 marks, that is average 15. Minimum, most of the time in the previous year, at least minimum to minimum 10 marks questions will come from Karyakarana Sambandha. So be thorough with Karyakarana Sambandha. One of the important thing, most of the time it comes for 10 marks, that is long essay. If it does not come for 10 marks, then it definitely 2 5 marks, 3 marks question will be there in that particular question paper. So when we analyze the question paper, the data, then 10 marks, 5 marks and 3 marks questions. So I have made a group of 10 marks question, 5 marks questions and 3 marks questions. Let us quickly see those samples based on the data what I got through previous question papers. Let us see the questions, then we shall go through with the respective answers. Okay. See, the 10 marks question sample is explain the opinion regarding manifestation of Karya and Karana and utility of Satkaryavada. Just go on observing. It is mainly on Karya Karana. Second 10 marks question is explain Satkaryavada, its application in Chikitsa. Third, explain Satkaryavada, discuss its significance in Ayurveda. Fourth, explain Karyakarana Siddhanta and its clinical importance. Fifth, explain the Lakshana of Karya and Karana Siddhanta and its clinical importance. Sixth, explain Karyakarana and write its significance in Ayurveda. Describe Satkaryavada and Asatkaryavada, write their importance in Ayurveda. Explain Karyakarana Siddhanta and its clinical importance. You can just see that the entire 10 marks question is roaming around two concepts. One is Karakarana Sambandha, second is Satkaryavada, isn't it? So okay, a few more questions, two more questions are there. Explain Satkaryavada and write its clinical importance. See, write the importance of Karakarana Siddhanta in Ayurveda, explain Kshanagambhagurvada. See, Karakarana Siddhanta, Satkaryavada. Karakarana Siddhanta, Satkaryavada. So, the trend is 60% they may ask a Karakarana concept, 30% they may ask Satkaryavada. So that is why you have to give very much important to these two topics, Karakarana and Satkaryavada. Then 10 marks, 10% added with minor vadas such as Kshanabhanguravada, Asatkaryavada. Here, concepts and application has been is expected in 10 marks question. Alternative method of question setting is seen in the previous question paper. In the first year, in the 1 year, Karakarana concept if asked, in the very next year, Satkaryavada is asked for 10 marks. So see the previous year question paper. So if previous year Karakarana is asked, this year there is a chance of asking Satkaryavada. So you need to get ready for that. Likewise, let us say 5 marks question samples. It is very direct questions. Swabhavo Paramavada, discuss Pilupaka, Pitharapaka, Kshanabhanguravada, Paramanuvada, Satkaryavada, Anekantavada and Paramanuvada. Explain Pilupaka, Pitharapaka. 8th Parinamavada. See, these are the direct question. What is the trend? Let us see. 90% they ask single vadas. So that is why approximately 10 vadas are there. Satkarya, Asatkarya, Parinama, Paramanu, then Anekanta, Kshanabhangura, Swabhava. So like these 10 vadas are present. At least you must know about 1 page of its information. So because 90% has been asked on all single vadas. 10% is asked based on 2 vadas. They can club 2 vadas and they can ask. In the previous you have seen Anekantavada and Paramanuvada clubbed and asked. So there is such kind of trends. Sub questions sometimes, that is added with another question, sometimes they may give. Here concept and application is expected to write in short. So that is why it is called as the short essay. Let us see likewise the 3 marks question samples. First one is Anekantavada, second Kshanabhanguravada, third Pilupaka, fourth Swabhavo Paramavada, Satkaryavada, Pilupaka, Parinamavada, Asatkaryavada, Pitarapaka and Vivartavada. See, the framing of the 5 marks question and 3 marks question is the same. But while writing, the quantum and the concept application should be more in 5 marks. Quantity, concept and application should be very less in case of 3 marks. So what is the trend in 3 marks question? So trend is both pattern are same. They just ask Paramanuvada. Whatever you know about Paramanuvada, you have to write based on the marks allotted. Only 1 vada is asked. So in 2 marks question, the 3 marks question, they haven't till now asked 2 vadas together. Individually, they have asked. Each and every vada is asked till now. So I said no, till 10 vadas are there. Those all vadas are asked at least once in the previous examination. So that is why the entire Karakarana Siddhanta and those 10 vadas should be known. So that's what I said. Maximum they may ask for 20 marks. minimum 10 marks, average definitely it comes for 15 marks, so that it is very, very important topic. So here, most of the time it is only concept is expected, as the marks is 3 marks. Concept is you must highlight mainly, added with one application. So you need to be aware of the present answer sheets allotments. For 10 marks, you will be allotted for to write up to 5 pages, maximum 5 pages. For 5 marks, 3 page. For 3 marks, 1 page. So according to the marks, you have to increase the quantity of the answers. Few tips I want to give on when you prepare for Karyakarana notes and during the examination writing, write related vadas. This is very, very important. Whenever the Satkarya vada is asked, you must write its related vada. For example, it is related to Asatkarya vada. It is related to Parinama vada. Only if you write Satkarya vada, then quantity of the answer cannot be reached to the maximum level, and also you will be partially answering. So that is why whenever a particular vada is asked, please make sure that it is related to which other vadas. So Asatkarya vada is related to some other vadas. Likewise, which vada I can say, Pilu vada, Pilupaka and Pitarapaka. It is related to Paramanu vada. So that is why the related concept should be written. When Pilupaka and Pitarapaka is asked, you have to write few things about Paramanu vada also. Thereby you can complete the answer. Use Ashtanga Hridaya's concepts, especially for application. You will be studying many things in Ashtanga Hridayam, isn't it? Those concepts you have to apply here. Unless we dissociate subjects, we will not be able to know many things. When we club the subject, when anatomy and physiology are clubbed, then we will be knowing many things. When anatomy, heart, physiology is read together, then it gives many information. So likewise here, Ashtanga's concepts should be added with, should be incorporated to the Karyakarana. Thereby you can write its application. And also, not only Ashtanga Hridayams, Sharira Rachana, Sharira Kriyas concepts, whatever you get, those can be linked to Karyakarana Sambandha wherever you are writing the application of Karyakarana. Then modern research works or ideas are also is allowed to write the application of Karyakarana. You are having that liberty, freedom to write those modern research works or ideas to the particular vada in case of application. So study made is easy. This is the activity zone. Let us go for activity. So any of the students, any student can involve, can open your switch on your mic and go on responding. No worries about the wrong things if happen. So don't worry about Dr. Rishikesh also. So he'll be cooperating with us. So don't worry, don't hesitate, involve in the activity. So here groups of vadas has been given. Below darshanas has been given: Jaina, Sankhya, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Vedanta and Bauddha. So can anyone say Satkaryavada and Parinamavada is propounded by which darshana? Can anyone say?
Vedanta, sir.
Satkaryavada and Parinamavada? In any other response? Ashmita, isn't it? Ashmita responded, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other responses?
Sankhya. Sankhya.
Who said? Please
Yes,
tell your name.
Maulvika.
Maulvika. Yes, Maulika said it is Sankhya. Yes, definitely Satkaryavada and Parinamavada. It is Sankhya Darshana's proposition. So Ashmita, it is Sankhya Darshana's proposition. So likewise, let me ask another Vada. Anekanta Vada is proposed by which Darshana? Can anyone say?
Jain,
Anekant Maulika?
Jaina
Yes,
Jaina Darshana, sir.
very good. Very good. It is Jaina Darshana. Anekantavada is Jaina Darshana. Next, Asat Karyavada, Arambhavada, and Pitarapaka. Who explained?
वैशेषिक
Asat Karyavada, Arambhavada, Pitarapaka.
न्याय दर्शन
Who is this?
मेघना चंद्र
Very good, Meghana. It is Asat Karyavadas, sorry, it is Nyaya Darshana's contribution. Asat Karyavada, Arambhavada, and Pitarapaka. Next, few more left. Paramanuvada and Pilupaka.
वैशेषिक
Very good, very good, everyone, very good. It is Vaisheshika Darshana's contribution. Next, Vivartavada.
Vedanta.
Yes, very good. Everyone, very good. It is Vedanta Darshana. Next, Kshanabangura.
Bauddha
darshan
No option. Only one option left. It is Bauddha Darshan. See, why this particular activity I made is, I said earlier, whenever a particular Vada is given, you have to relate with relative Vadas and you have to write. See here, whenever Satkarya Vada is asked, you can write the information of Parinama Vada also. Because in order to substantiate Satkarya Vada, Parinama Vada is proposed. Likewise, in order to substantiate Asatkarya Vada or Arambha Vada, Pitarapaka is substantiated. In order to prove Parinama Vada of Visheshika, Pilupaka is Pilupaka has been mentioned. Other three, they are not related to anything. That is Vivartavada, Kshanabangura, Anekanta. They are individual Vadas. They cannot be clubbed. So that is why they should be written separately. But these three groups, left side groups, Sankhya, Nyaya, and Vaisheshika, the most of the 80% question comes from the Sankhya Darshanas, Nyaya Darshanas, and Vaisheshika Darshanas concepts. So you can club the information. Yes, fine. Let us go through with further concepts. The question number 1, that is Karya Karana Sambandha. Let us go through. See, the template I have given, whenever the Karya Karana Sambandha question comes for 10 marks, so you must have these templates already. Introduction you have to write, reference, importance, keywords, definitions, classification, related vadas, application, conclusion. So if you have this much template already prefixed, then whatever the information you know can be grouped under these 10 headings. Otherwise, what happens? We will be just go on writing through in paragraphs. It becomes very difficult. So if you know these headings, then you can organize your information under these categories. So the same, if Karya Karana comes for 5 marks, what should be done? The same criterias, 8 or 9 criterias, that should be clubbed. That's it. Introduction, reference, and importance should be clubbed and written in a head introduction. Definition, classification, and related vadas can be written as concepts or theories. Finally, application and conclusion should be written at the end. So the 10 templates, 8 or 9 templates categorized into 3 headings. Did you understand? The things are same, but in case of 10 marks, it should be individually written. In case of 5 marks, it should be clubbed and written. Template is same. Now the question is, if the question they ask write about Karya Karana Sambandha for 10 marks, then how to introduce? You can ask. Don't introduce that Karya Karana is very important. Karya Karana is explained in Padartha Vijnanam. So Karya Karana is important in Chikitsa. Don't write those general words. Just you can think of what, why, and how. What, why, and how. So if 3 questions are answered, then that becomes your introduction. So what is, now let us assume, what is Karya Karana Sambandha? Karya Karana Sambandha is the established relationship between, maybe due to cause, or effect is the manifested form of cause. So did you understand? If you say what, then it becomes your first point of introduction. Then you have to say why. Why this Karya Karana? To understand Loka, Purusha and their interaction, Moksha, Brahma, Atma, Manas, Panchamahabhuta, etc. So that is why we have to know the Karya Karana. So how to know and how it is presented in the text? So they are framed, they framed the concept by using worldly events as examples. Gata, Brut, Tantu, Pata. So they took the worldly events, and they analyzed the particular topic. Each of them developed their own concept based on Karya Karana. So Karya Karana is just a base. Karya Karana is just a base based on Nyaya Darshana. So other darshanas gave their own different views on Karya and Karana. So if you write what, why, and how, it becomes introduction for 10 marks of the Karya and Karana. Then you need to write references. You need to know few references. Tarka Sangraha is very important reference for Karya Karana Sambandha. That is Tarka Sangraha of Annambhatta, Sankhya Karika of Ishvara Krishna, and Sapta Padarthi of Shivadityacharya. These 3 references, if you know, then you can applicable to all the Karya Karana Sambandha questions. That is Tarka Sangraha is Annambhattas based on Nyaya Darshana, Sankhya Karikas, Ishvara Krishna Sankhya Karika based on Sankhya Darshana, Shivadityacharya's Saptapadarthi based on the Vaisheshika Darshana. So if you know these 3 references, it is lifetime references. You can just simply know and copy it. Then you need to write importance once you complete the introduction and reference. How to write its importance? You should make at least 2 templates. It is important to understand Sharira and it is essential to give Chikitsa. Under the heading of understand Sharira, you give example. For example, Dosha Guna is considered as Karana. It helps to understand Dosha Karma as a Karya. Ushna Guna is Karana. Daha, burning sensation, is the Karya. Did you understand? Next, in case of Chikitsa, Madura Amla Lavana consumption becomes cause or Karana. Kapha Prakopa becomes Karya or effect. Likewise, if you as a treatment, Katu Tikta Kashaya Rasa as Aushada and Ahara, if given, it acts as cause. Effect is Kapha Shamana. So likewise, you can write its importance. So you need to write keywords. So as I earlier said, it is a writing exam is nothing but convincing the evaluator. You should convince that you are knowing about that particular topic. So that is why keywords become very important. Pick the important technical terms from those concepts and put it in a separate heading, and then it becomes keywords. For example, when you read Karya Karana, the word Purvavarti comes. Niyata, Ananyata Siddhi, Tantu Pata, Samavayi, Asamavayi, Nimitta, Upadana. So such technical terms it comes, isn't it? So those all technical terms should be written. It is not to just fill paper. It is just to convince the evaluator that you are knowing about the thing. You are not writing the answer in a general way. Once you write the keywords, then you must go for definition. Everyone know this definition. I think everyone by hearted. Karyotpadakatvam, karanatvam, that which produces is called as karana. Karya niyata purvarutti karanatvam. So karana refers for where karya is already present, a definite karana. Third definition is karya niyata purvarutti ananyata siddhatve sati karanam. See, ananyata siddhatve refers for it. Distant causes are not considered as karana. So when you know these concepts, after writing these shlokas with its meaning, you have to put it in such a way that it should be attractive to the evaluator. Such as, see here, badam seeds are there and its small plant is there. You just a minute. Yes. Badam seed and its plant is there. Just write a seed and a small plant as a diagram, and write and give a caption below that, utpadakatva and purvavarti. So you see, those two technical terms are suitable to this diagram, isn't it? So that is why I said you must be pre-planned. You must be pre-planned. Otherwise, you cannot try such things in the examination, directly in the examination. See here, you can write small seed and its plant. It is nothing but niyata, definite cause. Definite, in order to get rice, so in order to get shali, another shali in the form of bija should be used. If you use mustard, you cannot get shali. Niyata refers for definite cause should be there for definite karya. So you can write a small seed and a plant. And you can write few 6 plants. See here, I placed 6 plants. Plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The seed of plant 1 or tree 1 developed as tree 2. The seed of tree 2 in due course of time developed as a tree 3. The seed of tree 3 is developed in future as tree 4. The seed of tree 4 developed as the tree of 5, isn't it? The seed of tree 5 is developed as a tree number 6, isn't it? So now if I ask you what is the cause for the tree number 6, then you will be saying the seed of tree number 5, isn't it? Because it is nearer cause. We cannot consider that first tree is responsible for the growth of tree number 6. So that is what ananyata siddhi is. Did you get? So distant cause is not considered as a real cause. So it should be very nearer cause. It should be very significant cause. So that is what ananyata siddhi is. So karana refers for it is ananyata siddhi, it should be purvavarti, and it should be niyata. So accordingly you can write few diagrams, few pictures. It does not mean that you have to write very beautifully in the exam. No, it takes lot of time. Just write a plant, a simple plant. Just write a sketch of it, borders of it. Don't go on writing the completely neat diagrams. Yes. So once you write those definitions and its related this one images, then you can go for classification. You know that Samavayi Karana is also called as Upadana Karana and Pradhana Karana or primary Karana. Asamavayi is secondary Karana. Nimitta Karana is related Karana. So Asamavayi is a main cause, always present with the Karya, inseparable between inseparable relationship with Karya and Karana. Asamavayi, nothing but it is an inseparable relation with Karana and Karya, present during the production of Karya. Nimitta, it is indirect cause, can be separated after it produced. Karya can exist without this particular concept, you know, so that is why I won't elaborate. But how to present after this? So you can write a glass of milk, and you can also write a cup of curd, and you can say that it is Samavayi Karana. For Dadi, Kshira is Samavayi Karana as a Dravya. Then you can write small atoms, or you can write small paramanus, thereby it becomes Asamavayi Karana, because it is a combination of the molecules, combination of the paramanus in the fermentation process that makes Dadi. So this becomes a Asamavayi Karana as guna or karma. Finally, you can write a sketch of a cook, where he becomes nimitta karana, okay, as a padartha. So you can write, you can put it in these words, so that the examiner thinks that yes, this student is not only read the particular topic simply, but analyzed and understood this particular concept. So if you write this, definitely there is a chance of getting 10 out of 10. And you need to write this particular chart also. I think this is already given in the text, that is Samavayi, Asamavayi and Nimitta Karana, whether they present before Karyotpatti, during Karyotpatti, after Karyotpatti, and after the Karya Nasha. Samavayi Karana is present in all four stages: before Karyotpatti, during Karyotpatti, and after Karyotpatti, after Karyanasha. Whereas Asamavayi Karana is not present before Karyotpatti, and it is also absent after Karyanasha. Whereas Nimitta Karana is present only during Karyotpatti, never in other cases. So you know this particular chart, isn't it? So when after writing completely about the Karana, now come to Karya. Karya, what is the definition of Karya? Karya pragabhava pratyogi, that which is not present, that which is not manifested earlier, is called as Karya. See, now you can write this example. See a small apple which is containing a tree inside, isn't it? So that is nothing but the avyakta form of a tree in the seed or a fruit. Then when it is sown, it becomes Vyaktavastha, Vyakta form. See here, small sprout has come, and when it becomes, when it is produced, it is called as Anitya. When it is produced, definitely it has a destruction, thereby it can be called as Anitya. So these are the three features of the Karya. Karya should be in Avyakta form in the Karana. Karya is the Vyakta form. Karya is Anitya. These are the three features of Karya. So these images you need to write in the exams. Now let come once karya and karana is finished, then you have to write its variants. See, this is the basic concept of karya and karana. Based on this, satkarya, asatkarya, parinama, paramanu, vivartavada and all other vadas has been written, so has been framed. So you have to write just in single sentence what is satkarya vada. Satkarya vada means karya present in karana in unmanifested form. Asatkaryavada means karana will not be pre-existing in karya. Karya will not be pre-existing in karana. Parinamavada means transformation of karana into karya. Paramanuvada means for all karya, paramanu is the karana. Vivarta means all worldly karya karana are illusion. Kshanabangura means cannot differentiate karya and karana due to continuous destruction. Swabhava means Swabhava is the main karana. Rest is considered as nothing. Pilupakavada, paramanu level change causes karya. Pitarapaka, gross level change. Anekantavada, accepted all according to the condition and situation. See, these all concepts are related to karya karana. So that's why once you write karya and karana, then you have to write the list of the vadas based on karya and karana. Once you write that, then you have to go for application. There you can write, you can use any of the templates. I give an option to you. Template number 1, template number 2. Template number 1 is about the Sharira Vyadhi Chikitsa. Template number 2 is Loka, Purusha and Padartha. According to the availability of time, you can pick those templates and you can write. For example, in template number 1, under the heading of understanding dosha and dhatu, you can write that Prakriti is karya, dosha is karana. Pitta becomes karana for what? Sasneha, Tikshna, Ushna, Lagu, Visra, Sara and Drava. Next, understanding Vyadhi. Dosha, Dhatu, Mala becomes karana. Vriddhi, Kshaya, Lakshana becomes karya. Then Karshya, Karshna, Ushna, Kamatva, Kampanaha, Shakradgrahan becomes karya. What is the karana? The Vata, Vata Kshaya is the karana. So likewise, you can go on elaborating. Administration of Chikitsa. Let me take the example of Vamana and Virechana. Madanaphala becomes karana. So you know that Madanaphala is a very important dravya for Vamana, isn't it? Madanaphala, it becomes karana for what? Vamana of Kapha dosha. That is the karya. Trivrit becomes karana for what? Virechana of the Pitta dosha. That is karya. So likewise, you can use the template in understanding dosha, dhatu, vyadhi and chikitsa. Or else, if you don't do this, you can also use template 2, where the loka, for example, Srishti Utpatti topic, if you take Prakriti and Purusha becomes karana, loka Utpatti becomes karya. In case of Prakriti and Avyakta is a Samavayi karana. Prakriti Purusha Samyoga is Asamavayi karana. Brahma or Ishvara Icha becomes Nimitta karana. Like this also you can elaborate. And understanding Purusha, Panchatanmatra becomes karana. Panchamahabhuta becomes karya. Agni Mahabhuta becomes karana of Rupa Darshana of Chakshu, that is karya. Next, we can also use this karya karana in understanding Padartha. Dravya, that is the rasa, especially the rasa, for the manifestation of rasa, Madhura rasa, Prithvi and Jala becomes karana, Madhura rasa becomes karya. For the manifestation of Lagutva, Agni, Vayu and Akasha Mahabhuta Dravya becomes karana. The Lagutva becomes karya. So like this, you can frame different sets of example based on the template. Template number 1 is dosha, understanding dosha dhatu, understanding vyadhi, understanding chikitsa. Second template is understanding purusha, understanding loka, understanding padartha. Whichever is suitable, you can use. So finally, you need to conclude that Karya Karana Sambandha is an established relationship between cause and effect. It has more than 10 variants. It is used to understand Purusha Loka. It is Purusha and Loka. It is very essential to give even treatment. So like this, you can conclude. So if you follow this particular template, starting from introduction to conclusion, then you can elaborate, you can stretch your answers till 4 to 5 pages, and also it incorporate all the question. You won't miss anything. Everything can be incorporated. Yes. Okay. Now to the second important 10 marks question is Satkaryavada, isn't it? How to write Satkaryavada for 10 marks? So the template is same. You have to write what, why, and how. In case of introduction, what it is a variant of Karya and Karana Siddhanta proposed by Sankhya Darshana. Why it is proposed? To explain Srishti Utpatti Krama. You know that Satkaryavada's main principle is Srishti Utpatti Krama. In order to explain that Srishti Utpatti Krama, Satkaryavada is explained. How it is explained? It is, they say that there is no difference between Karya and Karana, and they have established also, you know that they proposed 5 more rationale or reasons to establish the Satkaryavada, that is Asada Shaktasya Shakyasya Shakya. So those all things they established, isn't it? So that is how they proved. So in introduction, you have to write what it is, why it is, and how it was developed. Then reference is, one of the important reference is Sankhya Darshana and Ishwara Krishna's Sankhya Karika. So Sankhya Karika, you cannot write this image, the picture of this textbook. Just for your reference, I have given here. That's it. Once you write the introduction and reference, then go for its importance. It is very essential to understand Chaturvimshatika Purusha. So you know that in the in the chronology of the Srishti Utpatti, 24 factors come, isn't it? So it is very essential to understand those 24 factors based on Satkaryavada. Example, Sattva, Rajas, and Tama of Avyakta is also present in Panchamahabhuta. The Sattva Rajatama of Avyakta descends down, and also it is present in Panchamahabhuta. In order to know that, the Satkaryavada becomes very important, and it is much needed to understand the dosha also, because it is said that Rogastu dosha Vaishamyam dosha samyam arogata. Dosha itself is the karana for Vyadhi. Dosha itself is the karana for the arogya. Just it is based on the its status. So once again, once you write introduction, then reference and importance, you have to write keywords. What are the keywords? Avyakta Rupa, Vyakta Rupa, Sat, Asat, Upadana, Shakta. So such things you can write down as a keyword, so that the evaluator come to know that you know many things about Satkaryavada. Then you have to define it. There is no hard and fast definition, but you have to create your own definition. So don't create unnecessarily the shlokas, but you can create the definitions. Satkaryavada is a principle proposed by the philosophers of Sankhya Darshana, here stating that Karya pre-exists in Karana. So this is a simple definition that you can make. What is the theory of it? Karya is pre-exist in the Karana in minute form. This is the theory number 1. Theory number 2 is Karya cannot manifest unless it is not present in Karana. Theory number 3 is Karya is nothing but the process of becoming Vyakta from Avyakta. It is nothing but the journey from Avyakta to Vyakta. Next, theory number 4 is Karana, which doesn't have unmanifested form of Karya, is not considered as Karana. So always Karana should have the Karya in minute form or unmanifested form, then only it is called as karana. Otherwise it is not considered as karana. And there is, according to Sankhya Darshana, there is no difference between karya and karana. They are same. See, for justification, they have given 5 rationale: asat akaranat, upadana grahanat, sarva sambhava bhavat, shaktasya shakya karanat, karana bhavat. So let us have an activity based on this. So are you ready? Let us have activity. So I'll post 5 images. You have to pick related concept among these 5, and you have to coin, you have to relate to that particular image. Okay, fine. So now it is an activity zone. So there are 5 images which all are related to Garbha Utpatti. Garbha Utpatti. Now let us go through with the first image of Garbha Utpatti. Orange given to you. So among the 5 rationale, which one is suitable here? Can anyone open your audio and give your answers? Whether it is Upadana Grahanat or it is Sarvasambhava Bhavat. What it is?
Upadana Grahanat.
For Garbha Utpatti? For Garbha Utpatti? How come orange become Upadana Grahanat? It is Garbha Utpatti. See, Asat Akaranat. What Asat Akaranat says? If there is no karya in that particular karana, then it cannot manifest the karya. Garbha bhava is not there in orange. So by consuming orange, whether Garbha Utpatti happens? No, isn't it? So if Asat, if Garbha Utpatti Bhava is not there in orange, then how it can manifest? Isn't it? So that is why it is Asat Akaranat. Yes. Okay, fine. Very good for attempting it. At least you made a great attempt. Thank you. The second image, you can see the ovum and sperm. Entry of sperm to the ovum. In the middle.
Upadana Grahanat.
Upadana Grahanat.
Very
Upadana
good.
Grahanat.
Very good. Who answered? It is Dhanushri.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
Dhanushri?
Yes, sir.
It's very good, Dhanushri. It is Upadana Grahana, because for Garbha Utpatti, Shukra and Shonita is very essential. Next image is the image of a small horse fetus on the right side top. Which one it is?
Sarvasambhava Bhavat.
Very good, very good. Again, Dhanushri answered. Is Dhanushri answered? Okay. Sir, very good. It is Sarva Sambhava Bhavat. From the human sperm and ovum, a fetus of horse cannot manifest, isn't it? So it has its own specificity. Sarva Sambhava Bhavat. Everything cannot be, cannot cause everything. Next one, on the left side below, a single sperm entering to ovum. Single sperm entering to ovum.
Karana
It is not Karana Bhavat. Very good. It is Shaktasya Shakya Grahana. Yes, very good. Very good. It is Shaktasya Shakya Karanat. Very good. Finally, it is Karana Bhavat. So did you understand? So after writing those 5 criteria, no need to go on explaining those 5 criteria. You can just make a small these images. You can make a sketch of those these 5 images, and you can just coin. By this, the evaluator comes to know that yes, you are in application level, not still in understanding level, you are in application level, so that the more marks you can get. Yes. So as I said, when Satkaryavada question is asked, it related Vada such as Asatkaryavada, Parinamavada can also be written as it is most related. See here, as a contradiction, Asatkaryavada can be explained. Its application, as I said, it is Satkaryavada is mainly established in order to know the Srishti Utpatti. Here you can write the chart of Srishti Utpatti, and on the other side you can write the 5 rationales that are established for Satkarya Vada. These things you can write. Okay. Next, in application level in diseases, how this Satkaryavada helpful? See, Kulatta administration, horse gram. Kulatta refers for horse gram, isn't it? It causes only Pitta Prakopa. It does not cause Kapha Prakopa. This specificity is there. So Pitta Prakopa quality is there in Kulatta. So that is why it causes Pitta Prakopa. Ati Ahara causes Ama. Ati Ahara causes Ama. Only Ati Ahara is having the capacity to produce Ama. Alpa Ahara is not having any capacity to produce Ama unless the Agni is proper. Mandagni only causes Ajirna, isn't it? Tikshna cannot cause Majirna. Tikshna Samagni cannot cause Ajirna, isn't it? Abhigata can only cause Agantuja Vyadi. It cannot cause Nija Vyadi. So specificity is there. Specific cause and effect is there. See, on the other side, in case of treatment, Ushna Jala can be used only for Amapachana. Shita Jala cannot be used from the point of Amapachana. Brahmana Dravya, if administered, it causes Dhatu Vruddhi. When Brahmana Dravya is administered, Dhatu Kshaya cannot happen, isn't it? When Grita is administered, definitely it enhances Smriti. So it does not cure it does not cure any Vataja diseases, isn't it? So when Basti is administered, definitely Vata Roga will be treated, not the Pitta Roga, isn't it? So there is a specificity. So based on this specificity of Satkaryavada, these applications can be written. Finally, once you write those all applications, you have to conclude the previous concepts. Once again, Satkaryavada proposed by the philosophers of Samkhya Darshana. It is the principle of effect being present in the cause. Effective cause can only produce a specific effect. This principle is essential to understand Srishti Utpatti and helpful in administrating treatment. So when you write this, the answer becomes complete, isn't it? Otherwise, what happens if you stick on only to Satkaryavada, you cannot write more than 1.5 to 2 pages, definitely. So if you incorporate Asatkaryavada, if you incorporate Parinamavada, if you write those applications, keywords, then definitions, then reference, then introduction, then it become, your answer become complete, and you can write up to 3.5 to 4 pages at least. Okay, fine. Now 2 questions over. One is Karyakarana Siddhanta and another one is Satkaryavada as a major portion. Now let us see the third concept as 5 marks question. So now Asatkaryavada, as they may ask it for 5 marks or 3 marks. As I already said, the template is the same, where introduction, reference, important should be clubbed. Second, definition, concept and related vadas should be clubbed together and written. Finally, application and conclusion should be written together. The steps are same, but the quantum is little bit less. See, let us go through with the example of Asatkaryavada. It is a principle of non-existence of effect in cause. So it is opposite to Satkaryavada. They say that Karya cannot exist in Karana. They are separate entities. It is propounded by Nyaya Darshana, and it is especially mentioned by Tarka Sangraha. Annam Bhatta written Tarka Sangraha on Nyaya Darshana. So based on that, Asatkaryavada has been developed. Then you can go through with theories of Asat Karyavada. Theory number 1 is Karya will not be pre-existing in Karana or cause. Second, Karya is a new manifestation. See, this Asat Karyavada is also named as Arambhavada, isn't it? Karya is entirely a new manifestation. It cannot be there in the Karana. Karya is a new creation from Karana. So that is why it is called as Arambhavada. Karana and Karya entirely different entities. Whereas in case of Satkaryavada, what they say? Karya and Karana are same. Here, Karya and Karana are entirely different. 5 justificatory measures they used by Asat Karyavadis, by Nyaya Darshana. Karya Veda. They say that there is a difference between Karya and Karana because both of the functions of both of them are entirely different. Sankhya Veda. Sankhya Veda means numbering is different. Number of Karana, number of Karya entirely different. Sanya Veda. So name itself suggests that Karana and Karya. Otherwise, there is no need to give separate names, isn't it? Karana and Karya. We can just say that either Karana or Karya. If we say separately Karya and Karana, that means there is a difference, isn't it? Fourth one is Prayoga Veda. There is different set of its use. Karana use is different. Karya use is different. Finally, Akara Veda, the shape, structure, feature, characteristic feature of Karana is entirely different from Karya. Because of these 5 differences, we cannot say that Karya and Karana are same, they are entirely different. So this is the justification of Nyaya Darshana. So as a contradiction, you can write here a few information of Satkaryavada. As I earlier said, just write related concepts so that answer can be fulfilled. Finally, let us go to application. Disease is a new creation and it will not be there in food or any cause of disease. We say that food is the cause of disease. Whether disease is there in food? No, isn't it? So it is the base, it is a disease is a new creation. New action of drug in combination, Prabhava Vichitra Pratyarabdha Dravyas. So you studied in Ashtanga Hridayam, isn't it, about Prabhava and Vichitra Pratyarabdha Dravya. When drug is used in a combination, it acts entirely different. So that is nothing but the new action. That is Asat Karyavada. New disease when new combination of dosha and dhatu are involved. See, when there is a separate unique combination of dosha and dhatu occurs, a new disease may manifest. Now we have corona, isn't it? There is a separate dosha combination and new disease we have come. So it is not there earlier. So it is nothing but Asat Karyavada, a new creation. So finally, you can conclude that it is a principle of non-existence of Karya in Karana proposed by 5 Nyaya Darshanas. 5 justificatory points are given. It is helpful to understand the concept of Ayurveda. See, this is how we can complete the answer. The question number 4 is Parinamavada. Parinamavada can be asked for 5 or 3 marks. See, Parinamavada is the important concept proposed by Sankhya Darshana, isn't it? Sankhya Darshana also, keep in mind that Sankhya Darshana is also proposed Satkaryavada. So you can relate Satkaryavada and Parinamavada. So that's what I have done here. Let us see its introduction. It is nothing, in one word you have to say that what exactly the theory is. Parinamavada is the theory of transformation. It is proposed by Sankhya Darshana, propounded to support Satkaryavada. It support the Srishti Utpatti Krama. So did you understand? So here I have related the Parinamavada to Satkaryavada because as they are very much related. See here you can write that this image, isn't it? the growth of the butterfly, isn't it? This is nothing but the parinama. There is a transformation. There is a parinama happening, isn't it? So you can write this simple image. What is the theory? Theory number one is, it is the principle of conversion of cause into effect through a series of transformation. It is very, very parinama. The word meaning of parinama is transformation. In Srishti Utpatti Krama, what is happening? Series of transformation is happening from Avyakta to Ekadasha Indriya. See, Srishti Utpatti happens because of series of transformation. See here, this is the Srishti Utpatti chart, you know. No, here series of transformation is happening. In first phase, Prakriti and Purusha, first phase of Parinama is happening. In second, when Mahan is converting into Ahankara, second phase of Parinama is happening. When Ahankara to Panchatanmatra, third phase of Parinama is happening. Panchatanmatra to Panchamahabhuta, fourth transformation or parinama is happening. And when Ekadasha Indriya developed, it is because of the fifth phase of parinama. So because of this parinama, the transformation series Srishti Utpatti Krama formed. See, another application, you can also write this application, simple one. See, ahara, when it is consumed, because of the involvement of, because of the role of Agni, it converts into ahara rasa. This ahara rasa gets once again converted into rasa dhatu, and in between the mutra and purisha also gets formed, and from rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda till Shukra, it is Parinama is happening. From Shukra, Ojas is happening. From Ojas, it is Prana. See here, it is transformation. Ahara to Prana, it is a transformation is happening. If you write this simple presentation, then application is your application become very effective. And if you supplement this application with this particular shloka, it will be very good. Dasad raktam tato mamsam, mamsan medas tato picha, astyo majja tatha shukram, shukrad garbha prasadajaha. So this is you have studied in Kriya, just apply it. So that's it. See, you can write this just simple diagram. Anyhow, you are used to it in writing anatomy exams. So you just write, you just show pranamaha, annamaha, udakava srotas like this, and you show rasa to sapta dhatuva srotas, and you just show that it is mutra and purishava srotas. Anna prana, anna udaka, which is consumed, get converted into rasa to shukra dhatu through srotas, and purisha and mutra are formed as a outcome. We can show this as an application of this particular vada. So if you supplement with this particular shloka, then it is very beautiful. Srotamsi kalu parinama padyamananam dhatunam abhivahini. Yes. So you can write this as a simple smart work. Srishti happens, sthiti happens, laya happens, in particular phase manifest, sustains, and destruction happens. This is a parinama. This is the parinama. Once again, after destruction, once again there will be construction, that is Srishti. Question number 5, as Paramanu Vada, it can be asked for 5 or 3. As usual, your introduction should comprise of introduction, then reference and importance. Here it is nothing but the theory of atoms proposed by Vaisheshika Darshana, framed to justify Srishti Utpatti by Paramanu. So it is Vaisheshika Darshanakara says that entire world is because of Paramanu. In order to justify that this concept, they proposed a Paramanu Vada. Pilupaka is the extended application of this. So in order to justify Paramanuvada, what they did, they proposed Pilupaka. So whenever you write Paramanuvada, you can also write about Pilupaka. What is the theory? Universe is because of Paramanu. Combination of Paramanu leads to small to mega form. So if you write a small window diagram where light is coming up, and if you write there 1/30th of particle with along with shloka jalantaragate bhanu yat sukshma drishyate rajah tasya trimchattamo bhagah paramanu ruchyate. So this will be an effective presentation, isn't it? Instead of writing the shloka and its meaning, go on explaining the meaning, you just quickly write the diagram of window and write this particular shloka. The evaluator will understand your application level. See here, the concept. See here, write a dot. Can you see a small red dot in the middle? In the middle. Hope it is visible. Hope it is. Just write a dot and write its lakshana. That dot refers for Paramanu. The feature. What is the feature of Paramanu? It is Paramashukshma. Sukshma. That is, it is very small. It is niravayavi. It cannot be divided. Achakshusha. It is very difficult to see through naked eyes. You can also present like this. See, you can also present like this. See, one small dot, big dot, 1, 1. So you can say the various types of Paramanu. Anu, Mahat, Raswa and Dirgha. See, it is very, instead of explaining, instead of writing Anu, small Paramanu, Mahat, big Paramanu. So instead of writing that, this kind of presentation becomes very effective, isn't it? See, this you might have seen in Likita, Dr. Likita's presentation also. The combination of Paramanu, 2 Paramanu combines to form 1 Dvayanuka, 3 Dvayanuka combines to form 1 Trasarenu, 4 Trasarenu becomes 1 Chaturanuka, 5 Chaturanaka becomes 1 Panchamuka. So this kind of presentation is also very, very nice instead of go on explaining. Now coming to the application. See here, application, modern atom structure also you can write, proton, neutron, nucleon, electron also you can write. You can write this as an application also. In the human body, there are about 30 trillion cells. So you can write as an application because it is nothing but Paramanuada. So if you supplement with this particular shloka, it becomes wonderful. Shariravayastu Paramanu Bedena Aparisankyeya Bhavanti Atibahutva Dati Saukshma Datindriyatvacha Vibhago Karanam Vayu Karma Subhavacha. So if you supplement this this shloka, this will be this becomes a wonderful great answer, isn't it? And also you can write wherever in the classics the word Sukshma comes, it refers for Paramanu. Here you know the shloka Tatra Rukshva Lagu Shita Karas Sukshma Chalo Nilaha. Sukshma, wherever Sukshma comes, that means in Paramanu level, isn't it? Because the characteristic of Paramanu is what? Ati Sukshmat Niravayavat Achakshushya. Whether Vata is visible? No, it is not visible because it is Sukshma, and this is the application of Paramanuada, isn't it? So likewise, you can go on explaining. The 6th Vada is Vivartavada. Very, very important. Vivartavada, always it is asked for 3 marks. It is never asked for 5 marks because the information is very small and application is also very minimum in Ayurveda. Vivarta word, if you know, you can write entirely. It is nothing the theory of illusion proposed by Vedanta Darshana. Also, it is called as Bhranti Vada. Bhranti word meaning is illusion or Vivarta. So that is why it is called as Bhranti Vada. It supports the concept of Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. See, the concept of Vedanta Darshana is Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. In order to justify this particular concept, they put forward a theory called Vivarta Vada. What the theory says, see, you can write these squares in order to make the presentation wonderful. See, no need to write these much of squares, one inside another, isn't it? Only write 3 or 4 squares. It shows the application. See, can you say whether it is outwarded pyramid or inward pyramid? So it is illusion, isn't it? We cannot just say that, which kind of pyramid it is, isn't it? Pyramid shape. So it is nothing but vivarta. What the theory says, entire world is illusion of Brahma. Knowing the world is knowing the illusion, isn't it? The world is changing, isn't it? A fruit, from day one it changes in the very next day, isn't it? Ripe raw fruit, very next day it becomes ripe, isn't ripened, isn't it? So everything is changing, everything is illusion, isn't it? Knowing the illusion is no use. So that is why they say that no Brahma, that is the real knowledge. See, you can write this kind of presentation. See, adult plant, first flowers, then that flower converted into seed. That seed once again sprout. That sprouted once again it turned into a plant. So this is nothing but the illusion. Everything is changing. So if you say flower, it is not flower. If you say seed, it not stand as a seed for long time, isn't it? So everything is changing, everything is illusion. They say Brahma itself is not changing. So that is why Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, they say. See, what is application? Application level is very minimum in Ayurveda, because Ayurveda is not the spiritual text, it is a medical text. So that is why it is not applicable. This principle is not applicable much. Here, physician should not be in the state of illusion during diagnosis. So illusion word, Bhranti, Brahma, Moha word, such words are used in the entire text. So the physician should not be under Brahma or Bhranti while diagnosis. For example, when a patient of cough, Kasa comes to you to the clinic, you must not be get confused whether it is Vataja, Pittaja or Kaphaja. You must be you must have clarity. So Prameha mimics Rakta Pitta usually. So if Prameha Pururupa is not there, then it is called as Rakta Pitta. So such Bhranti, Moha or illusion should not be there during treatment. That becomes the application. The seventh Vada is Kshanabhangura Vada. It can be asked either 5 marks or 3 marks. So as usual, write introduction stating that it is a theory of destruction in every moment. It is proposed by Bauddha Darshana, especially the Vaibhashika Bauddha Darshana group. It supports Bahya Pratyakshvada, Shunyavada. So they Buddhists propose Shunyavada. They say everything is Shunya, everything is Shunya, nothing is there. Bahya Pratyakshvada. Bahya Pratyaksha means whatever they see, that itself they believe. Whatever they don't see, they don't believe. So that is why Buddhas does not accept the Atma, is the presence of Atma, isn't it? So they have this kind of approach. So that's why they come up with Kshanabhangura Vada. See, you can write the picture of waves, simple diagram, waves, and you can say that you can write, you can coin with the headings like production, existence, destruction. In one moment, a wave is produced. In another moment, it is existed, and in the very next moment, it is destroyed. See, this is the process of production, existence, and destruction. This process is happening immediately. So that is why we don't feel that birth and the death are is so late. It is happening very immediately, quickly. What the theory says, destruction is happening every moment. Everything undergoes for destruction. Meanwhile, identical objects are created. They cannot, there is we cannot differentiate the past, present and future, because this is very quick. The process of manifestation, sustenance and destruction is very quick. So that's why we cannot say which is past, which is present and which is future. So Yadricha decides Karya and Karma. They say that luck decides Karya and Karna, nothing else. And finally, we cannot recognize the process of destruction as it is fast. See, further they say that this is the image of bubble. You can write the bubbles like this, and you can say that the Buddhists say that the human life is just like bubbles. It can go off in any moment. So that also you can present in the exam. What is the application? Application in terms of Swabhavo Paramasiddhanta. If you know this particular shloka, I don't elaborate. Jayante hetu vaishamyat vishama dehadatavah hetu samyat samastesham Swabhavo Paramasadha. So the destruction of the disease is happening by its own when the samadhatu or sama ahara is consumed. So that can be your application. Eighth vada is Pilupaka. It can be asked for 5 marks or 3 marks. Usually Pilupaka and Pitarapaka is asked together. So that's why it can be asked for 5 marks or 3 marks. It should be written together. When Pilupaka is asked, you can write Pitarapaka. When Pitarapaka is asked, you can write Pilupaka, because as they are related to one another. It is the theory of creation of new karya and karana. Paramanu. Pilupaka, you know that Pilu refers for Paramanu. It is proposed by Vaisheshika Darshana. It is, they say that it is proposed to frame in support of Paramanu. What the theory says, Pilupaka, karya happens because of change in Paramanu level. First karya nasha happens, then karana nasha happens, then karya will produce. They say that rasa, rupa, rasa, gandha, sparsha will be changed after paka. Let us see with this flow chart. See, first karana, when it is subjected to the combination of teja, paka happens. First, the paramanu of the karana will disintegrate. Once again, during that time, if teja samyoga, if paka is there in associated with it, then new combination of paramanu happens. Finally, there will be karya utpatti. So you can present in this way also. So they say the important remember that according to the Pilupaka, first karana nasha should happen, then only karya can produce. See, this you can write this simple diagram. Raw form, the previous day the banana will be in raw form. The very next day banana will be in ripened form. This is because of the teja sambandha, because this is because of association of tejo mahabhuta. So this is the transformation is happening. In the previous day, when you see the banana, it will be green in color. The very next day it will be yellow in color. The previous day it will be kashaya rasa. The next day it will be madhura rasa. Entire rupa rasa gandha sparsha is changed. So that is why they say that it is because of paramanu. So you can write the application like this also. Panchabhautika ahara, when Agni Samyoga is there, because of Avastha Paka, Ahara Rasa gets converted because of Bhutagni Paka, and Dhatu Paka, Dhatus can produce. Finally, that Dhatu will form Ojas, finally Prana. So this is nothing but the process of conversion in Anu level, in Paramanu level, very Sukshma level. So that is why they say that it is Pilupaka. So Kshiradati Nyaya and Kedara Kulya Nyaya is in support of Pilupaka. So what is Pitarapaka? Pitarapaka is nothing but it is a theory of new creation of Karya by the gross level change in Karana. This is proposed by Nyaya Darshana in opposite to the Pilupaka, in order to substantiate Nyaya Darshana's Asat Karyavada or Arambha Vada. It is framed to support Asat Karyavada and Arambha Vada. Let us see what is theory. Change in gross level. The Pilupaka say that change in Paramanu, very Sukshma level. But here Pitarapaka says that it is in gross level. So change occurs entirely in the Karana but not in Paramanu level. No destruction of Karana to produce Karya. In Pilupaka, what should happen? There should be destruction of Karana, then only the Karya can produce. But here there should not be any, there will not be any destruction of Karana, but there will be but there will be a new creation of Karya. See here you can write simple the images of mango, and you can say that the gross level change is happening. The application is Kale Kapota Nyaya. Here, see, when Vrishya Dravya is administered, when Majikarana Dravya is administered, it does not undergo and convert into Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, and finally it reaches to Shukra. No. When Vrishya Dravya is administered, directly there will be Shukra Vriddhi. When Vishadravya is administered, there will not be any change in dosha. Directly there will be Vyadhi or Marana. Because it is a gross level change. So finally, whenever the Pilupaka and Pitarapaka is asked, you must present this table. You must say that the difference between Pilupaka and Pitarapaka. Pilupaka is Vaisheshika Darshana, Pitarapaka Nyaya. Pilupaka's basis is Paramanu, Pitarapaka's basis is Arambhavada. Further, you know, all explained. The last one, the last Vada is Anekanta Vada. It can be asked for 5 marks or 3 marks. So it is the theory of multiple relativity. It is proposed by Jaina Darshana, also called as it is Syadvada or Saptabhangi Naya. So you know the principle of 7 principles: Syadasti, Syannasti, Syadasti Tanasti cha, Syadavaktavyam, Syadasti cha avaktavyam, Syannasti cha avaktavyam, Syadasti cha nasti cha avaktavyam. So this what the Jaina Darshana says is all the vadas are very, very important. In certain situation, some vada is useful. In certain examples, some of the other vadas are useful. So that is why entire thing we have to see, we have to accept all the vadas, not a single vada. See, this is the theory of 6 blind and elephant theory. 6 blinds are there. They touch one part of the elephant, and they say that this is the elephant. They say they touch that one blind touched the tusk, and he described about the tusk only. One touched the trunk, and he said, he described the elephant is having a trunk shape. One touched the tail, one blind touched the tail, and he described elephant means only tail. So we cannot do like this. So we have to go with the comprehensive way. So that's what Jaina Darshana did. So they considered all the vadas, and they accepted, they presented their own avada named as Anekanta Vada. So what is that application? Application level is very simple. Multiple causes will be there for a single disease. There cannot be a single cause for a disease. Usually there will be multiple cause. Dravya usually does not have only one guna. Multiple guna will be there. Disease will not be always present with one feature. Multiple features will be there. Likewise, many treatment can be given for one single disease. So this is the theory of multiplicity, the theory, multiple relativity theory. So here is a last activity zone. Then we will be winding up. See, this is the Karana and the Karya. So which darshana is given very much importance to Karana? Can anyone say? If you know this, this particular slide, the entire Karyakarana will be understood. Can anyone say which darshana give very much importance to Karana? Okay, I'll say it is Sankhya Darshana. Sankhya Darshana, they gave very much importance to Karana, and they proposed Satkarya Vada. But Nyaya Darshana is given very much importance for Karya, so that is why they come up with Asatkarya Vada. Whereas Vaisheshika Darshana given importance to Karana and the process of Karana to Karya. So that is why they come up with Paramanuvada and Parinamavada. Whereas Vedanta Darshana stood different. They didn't go through with Karana and Karya. They stood different. They said that Brahma is Satya. No need to understand this Karya and Karana. This is not useful. So that is why they stood different. And Bauddha also the same way. They don't believe, they didn't believe this Karana and Karya. They stood they stood separately. Whereas Jaina, they stand in with all, with Karana, with the process of Karana towards Karya, with the Karya, and even with Vedantas and Buddha's views. So this is the entire chart of entire thing about the Karya and Karana. All Vadas are very, very essential. All they didn't actually contradicted one another. They actually proposed their own views in order to justify their own principles, and they come up with these new ideas. So with this, I'll wind up today's session. Now I think you are able to get clarified with the concepts of Karya and Karana, and I think now you came to know about the exam oriented techniques and tips on Karya and Karana. So with this, I wish you all the success, wish you all the very best for your forthcoming first year and second year examination. Do well. So if you have any doubts, you can free to contact me, and you can get clarified with the concept. Once again, I thank the entire management, the Swamiji, the principal, Dr. Rishikesh, department faculties, and all the faculties for giving me such a lifetime opportunity to stand before you and guide you in this August occasion. With this, let me thank everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. When I am attending your presentation, I am remembering about the legend Mahadevan sir. Kind of even that they say, remembering when you started your presentation, suddenly I am remembering Mahadevan sir. It used to be like this only, and you made the topics, the difficult topics, more easy, more simplified manner, more palatable, and more in an understandable way. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time and your guidance, your scholarly words. In the name of department, in the name of Ayurveda University, in the name of JSSAMC College, in the name of and all, in the name of all the students, I'm thanking you. And further also, we are expecting your guidance, support to our department and to our students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear students. All the very best. Do well. And let me know your results also through Dr. Rishikesh. I hope this wonderful journey continues further in the future years also. With this, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.